Hi there. How you doing? The woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window reads like the title of a Fall Out Boy song. And that should have tipped me off in the beginning about whether or not it was going to be a serious story or not. Let me save you some time. It wasn't serious. It wasn't serious at all. But it's amazing how much it makes you think it's being serious. The entire genre of woman sees some shit, whodunit, has existed for a long time. But this parody / dark comedy format is where it fucking thrives, because the suspended disbelief can literally go as far as you want to throw it. I had so many thoughts about this show the first time I watched it.
One of Scott's clients is a therapist, if you want.
I already had a therapist.
Well, maybe you need a better one.
Go fuck yourself, Carol!
It genuinely made me angry. I was screaming at my television. I thought it was insulting my intelligence. How dare you string me along this entire show and expect me to believe this shit? And then I realized it. I fucking realized it. I was making fun of the show all along. And that's what makes this whole show so great to me. It was such a fun experience. It's making fun of the viewer the entire time too, for truly thinking that this show could possibly go in any logical way. It's there, staring at us the entire time, but we're so busy trying to figure it out that we don't fucking notice it. It's Anna's cork graveyard on her kitchen island. The endless casseroles that nobody fucking eats because she either drops it on the floor or it's talked over, and the changing messages on her epitaph that I noticed because I fucking read everything that's ever on a screen, ever. It's so funny because first we think it has to be Neil. It has to be. This man looks like he's hiding something. Death of his wife that he caused, perhaps? And then he's over here on Anna's front lawn pulling a gun on her to make her stay away from his family. Let's just ignore the fact that Anna's acting like a fucking stalker for a sec, and he's totally justified in his anger, right? Just for him to look like the murderer, but he's so busy working on his stupid ventriloquist act. Like, okay, show, I see you making this man look so threatening just to make him go out like a fucking wuss with his hand up a puppet's butt. And then we think, wait a second. Anna has been chugging the fuck out of those pills this entire show, nonstop, chasing them with wine. Is she the killer? Even the show is gaslighting this bitch. At some point, even she thinks that she did it, wishing for the perfect family. So she thinks that she kind of did it too. But then that wouldn't make sense, because when she flopped in the middle of the street for the 40th fucking time, who the fuck brought her in the house? Right? So then we see Buell, the handyman, who's been a little odd the entire show, right?
Well, you're nothing like my mother, Miss Anna. And I have some pretty hard stories about my father too, but that's for another day.
He gets a whole nail through his hand, and this motherfucker don't flinch. So we think, okay, here's our guy. He definitely fits the bill. They come through with this rehabilitated killer plot. So her psychologist hubby, that's another plot twist that we throw in there for some, some seasoning. He's secretly been shagging up in their attic, so it has to be him, right? Nah, it's not, guys. It's not him. Stop trying to make Buell happen. It's not gonna happen. So when we get to the killer reveal, that's when we finally get a taste of what this show truly is.
Oh my God. You killed Lisa.
You're smarter than you look.
I don't understand. Why?
The absurd hoops it goes through just to explain how she did it was boiling my blood on my first watch. And it's because there's no fucking way that this little fucking spider monkey would ever be able to do all that shit. I honestly can't remember the last time that they made a kid evil in a movie. My dumb ass is over here thinking about Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son. Do you guys remember that? Y'all remember that movie? Anyway, I sat back and I watched the most absurd explanation, and I just remember laughing my fucking ass off. Cause how in the world did I miss the U spelling on that car? You got me, show. You got me. I honestly haven't been surprised like that in a show in a long time, so props. Props. I also did not know that this show was a parody or a dark comedy when I first started watching it, because if I had, I think it would have changed the entire experience. Going in blind somehow made this like little joyride situation where I had no idea where the fuck it was going. And when we finally made it to the destination, I looked around and had to say, how the fuck did we make it here? But it was right up my alley, and I loved it because the dark humor is just perfect. I love dark humor. The way that their daughter died and the dissolution of their marriage, it just made me laugh every single time that it was brought up. Because who the fuck brings their daughter to work and leaves her in a room with serial killers?
The warden shut the door, accidentally locking them out of the room.
Our 8-year-old daughter was left alone with a man who the authorities nicknamed Massacre Mike.
I just had so much fun with them. Like, the whole story was a lot of fun. And props to them for killing Glenn Close at the end there. It was wonderful. It was awesome. Her saying no to an alcoholic beverage and then saying, no, I'm good, and then just pouring herself a bunch of vodka, like, bitch, I thought you were like off wine and now you're just drinking straight vodka. Like this is any better. It was great. I will say I don't want them to do another season though. I think the ending was perfect with her just going
Bingo.
You know, I think a good parody knows when to stop. That's just my opinion. Don't fuck it up with another season. Please. Please. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.